What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima,
This is not
not
another damn
another damn podcast.
presented by
My damn
our damn
self.
selves. So 393.
Whoop, whoop.
And this is our 2024 wrap up. Yeah, wrapping things up. No skills. Yeah, he retired. Like, yeah, shout out to homie Mad Skills. He used to do his
I was
wrap
like, what
up.
did he really retire? What did he pull a Tom Brady? He was kind of like that
Yeah,
person.
all the time Brady slash Mike Love, because Mike Love's back on the radio.
Ah,
He's on V103 now doing weekends.
three, three.
Mike Love had retired from DJing. Like I think around the same time Skills retired from the wrap up because I was like 22 when Skills announced. Yeah, he's like he had been doing it 20 years. Then he had '02 was his first one. He's like, yep, this is my last one. I've been doing it. I want to let the young fellas get to it. It's like I'm retiring.
Which I mean, I get, but
Something we look
sometimes.
forward to. Yeah,
Sometimes when you do something just so well, because in my parent group in one of my kids' classrooms, one of the moms, like she's just a great gift giver. So like for the holiday season, she always is the one like teacher appreciate whatever it's like that. She's the one who orchestrates where like we just zell her all the money, and she puts together like all the gift cards and all the thoughtful gifts. Like she's really good. And then she told us that this is her last. We were like, no, we were like, you can't. I was like, no, you're not retiring. And I jokingly told her, I said, "You're the Pope. This is a lifetime commitment." And she laughed when I said that. I said, "You're the Pope.
some
You
year,
can't retire."
years that back, my mom she had got me hired to DJ her high school reunion. Is like it was a pretty big milestone. Yeah, like
Mhm.
I put the number. I don't give a stuff. It's like 50. Yeah.
Fitty. It was fitty.
So
Yeah.
like, and so the lady had been organizing them since the first one, since the 10th one. Like she was like, yeah, this is it. Because like some of the other people there, they're like, yeah, we'll see you at 55. She's like, yeah, I'll do 55. Say this the last one I'm doing. And I think that is the last one they had. Because like when you hit that number, it's like, yeah, a lot of your classmates are no longer around, and you
Yeah.
just it's a lot of work putting those
Or if
together.
they're or if they just get too incapacitated to
Yeah,
do
to
things.
travel is hard to travel. Like
Yes.
some people like don't live in Chicago, so you might have
Mhm.
left. It's hard to like come back for like. So some people already talking about for 55. She was like, no, y'all can
We know
plan
the
55. I'm not doing it though.
we know the retirement joke. You move to Florida or you move to Arizona, Vegas, whatever.
Yeah, people relocate California. A lot of people
Yeah.
relocated. They
If
just
people move to like the warmer climates, they move. Yeah.
you're like, yeah, y'all be doing 55. I won't. And like, yeah, because she said that.
She said,
And I
have
think
fun,
that is the
guys.
last one they did. I don't think Bob's class did another one after 50 because the
Hmm.
organizer said that like if y'all somebody else planted this shit. I'm
It's a
not
lot
doing
of work trying to organize and plan things.
yeah.
Like I was asked, was I hosting any holiday things at my house? And I said, no,
Not this time.
no. They're like, you're not going. I don't celebrate Christmas anyway, but people's like, are you doing? I'm like, no New Year's party. Nope. I'm not doing anything.
Nah.
I'm doing nada. Like nothing
As
at all.
they say being draws that
We're gonna be doing us like the gullies, like I said for New Year's, we're gonna do something, the gully celebration, but
small and intimate. Yeah.
that's it. And if you show up at my house unannounced, you're not coming in. I hate to say it like, don't show up at my house unannounced.
I ain't gonna show
Don't
you
be-
what you getting if you come to mine. Like it's right here, and I'll just leave it at that. It's like it's right. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. Come to
I'd be
mine.
like, rest in peace, John Amos. I'd be like, Dottie, get him. Hercules, get him. That's all I do. Hercules, get him.
We're gonna get to him, yeah, because we did
I know.
lose.
I
Yeah,
just thought
like,
about that with the dog attached to it. The dog like ran was like,
you
dog.
wanna start all the way back in January, yeah, like
Yes, because this has been a crazy ass year,
and
and
it started.
I keep on saying every year I'm going to put together a calendar. Maybe next year I'm actually going to stand on my business and I'm gonna put together my version of my calendar.
Well, we came out of the gate with our January for the calendar. I'm looking at the very first thing that happened. Our January 8th episode is like we broke down Cat Williams on Club Shay Say. So he came out
You
the
see what I'm,
gate like
you see what I'm doing?
exactly. Yeah. He was sipping that brown, yeah, whatever Shay Shay be pouring is like cat like that's the gif now of him sipping that. It's like
It was cognac, I think, or
yeah,
whatever.
he be sipping that brown. I know.
And then the underrated comment is The underrated thing is Shannon Sharp's facial reaction. Every time Cat says something, then like he's looking like, oh shit, am I going to get taken off the air? Like the way his face is looking like, oh
He's
shit,
gonna say
like
that more than once. Like this gonna be my last episode. And Cat was like, no, like your show gonna be bigger than ever. And Cat was right. The show is bigger than ever. And I was like,
every time he looked
that put it
over,
on the map. Yeah.
you could tell maybe he was looking like at his people, like wherever behind the scenes, because like, every time he looked over, like, oh shit, like was this a mistake? Like that's the look that he had on his face.
Cat was like dropping everything on that. It's like he was talking about like comedians stealing jokes. He was talking about he mentioned P. Diddy, like all of that stuff got mentioned.
You
Like,
gotta tell Diddy no.
you got to tell Diddy no. He talked about all of the fuckery going on in Hollywood. It's like, yeah,
About how he's not crazy,
yeah.
that he's never been on like, he said, I just smoke weed
Yeah, I'm
and
not. People
cigarettes.
saying I'm on drugs. I've never been on hard drugs. I just smoke
Weed and
weed.
cigarettes. That's what he said. So he
People,
can say
he's never been to prison either. Like, he's been arrested, but like, yeah, I've never been convicted of anything.
I've been arrested 30 times, but I've never done a
Never,
conviction.
never been convicted. So I've never done prison time. Yeah, but jail is not prison. All you saying, which is true.
Jail
Like,
isn't
that's
prison.
it. Yeah, but I ain't never been to prison though. Yeah, which is so a lot of shit happened during that Cat Williams like Club Shay Shay. So we kicked the year off hot, as they say. Yeah, so he was definitely January on the calendar. Also in January went down like which a lot of people forgot. Like we saw the cast of Martin like reunited at the Emmys. Like
Reunited and it feels so good.
you remember the Emmys were delayed because of the 2023 writers strike. Usually the Emmys are fall like around like September. Yeah, so like strike was still going on in September of 23.
The writers strike.
So it got pushed back to 24 as they held the Emmys. Yeah, in like January of 24, and we saw the cast minus the related Tommy, of course. Yeah,
just seeing that set, it just made me go dun, 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 dun. Martin, dun, 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 Martin.
Damn, how y'all feel, Martin? You so crazy. Dun, 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 dun.
Like, tell me that. See, I'm not the only one. As soon as I saw the theme song just started playing in my head instantly. That's the first thing I saw.
And I love the do the right thing poster on the wall, which was Martin's first movie. A lot of people don't realize that. Remember, he played one of the kids, the fire hydrant. It's like the one that was at Sal's when right when the incident happened at the end of the movie.
Because it was him. What was it? Steve White is that his name?
I think Steve White was one of the homies.
And then the girl that was with them. And then they like, shit, we love this pizza, Sal's Pizza.
But yeah, because Bugging Out was trying to get it boycotted, boycott Sal's, and everybody was like,
shit. I grew up on Sal's Pizza.
3 times a day, man. Which they did. It's like man, you did 2-3 times. That's how it happened at the end. Like they were trying to get one slice for it closed.
One more
they
slice.
Were like, we closed. Like, come on, Sal, man, hook us up. It's like so Sal's
and
like,
then Sal, because he knew them, because they were like the neighborhood kids. He's like, yeah, they're some of my best customers. Let them in. Let them get a slice. Let them get a slice.
And at the end of the night, yeah, you just going like, yeah, you just gonna throw the stuff away. It's like, okay, yeah, just anyway. Like let's hook them up. So, we just gonna throw that stuff away. So like, so one more slice. Come on, in. It's like, and then that's when the incident happened with
that pizza did look good though. So now I want to try a New York pizza.
Yeah, I hadn't had New York pizza. Yeah, that's it.
Still not better than Chicago, right?
Yeah, Chicago. Yeah, Chicago.
Got put you on the spot. Still not better than home, right?
Yeah, Chicago. Yeah, you either get deep dish or you get thin crust and squares. It's like that's Chicago.
Tavern style. Yeah,
both acceptable depending on what you want. It's like,
that tavern style is fire.
Yeah, I love it. But that happened this year. Where we going next? Oh, we talked about this clown shit here. Like this before they lost 100 games. The White Sox asking about they want a new park in South Loop. On the south side of like Roosevelt Road. That's the only side there's nothing there. They built that area up. They got the theater there, the shopping center, like all of that. It's like a Whole Foods. All of that area has been built up. It's on the other side, there's nothing there, and that's where the White Sox want their new park. But after their season, it's like, nah, bro.
I said I'm over there. I was over there quite often for work, and
that's it. That area is still empty. It's like, we want a new park in South Loop, which is like they trying to get the new park built there. It's like,
You can't lose 100 games and
Then they
get
had
on.
one of, if not the worst season in baseball history. Like it was historically bad, that team.
Here's how much you can buy Sox tickets the day of the game and still get pretty good seats for cheap. Like you, that's just how
They got
you can buy it the day of the
BOGO
game.
tickets all the time there. Like, yeah, buy one, get one free. Or like they have all kinds of shit you can get for like Sox tickets. It's like
And
that's
then the
all.
seats like you could buy the seats that are upper and then just move down. Like you
Yeah,
can
they
like
don't care. Buy it like the nosebleeds and just move
and then just
down.
move down. Because no one's in there. Like, okay, by the third inning, you see, okay, no one's coming.
Right.
You can.
Mm.
Man, I'm maybe sharing a little bit too much information right there, but maybe I'm sharing too much. But
I'm sure people are still not going to Sox games even with that information. It's like,
but no one is going to.
nobody going even with that information.
Nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Nobody coming to see you, Otis, exactly. We also had rest in peace going out to the good brother Carl Weathers, Mr. Apollo Creed,
That
Mr.
hurt me
Action Jackson, Dylan from Predator. Like we lost him.
when they
Yeah.
when they
Y'all
clasp
know they're
hands,
famous. That's a famous GIF too, like the handshake. Yeah.
and then the muscles
Bicep.
like
Yeah.
it was just like their bicep was about as big as my thigh. So yeah.
Carl. Yeah. Where else did we go? Um, you ended up going to this show, like we talked about, because he did that, the young man who we talking about who did the halftime show at the Super Bowl, like Usher ended up going back on tour, which you attended, yeah. So talk about that experience a little bit more now, like Usher's on tour, yeah.
Usher's
You
tour.
were there, yeah.
Like I said, if he hasn't been to your city yet, if you can afford it, do it.
Yeah.
Do not put your rent out there. Do not put your mortgage. Do not do that because people were spending rent and mortgage money to go see Usher. Do
Yeah.
not do that. But the Usher show was definitely worth it. He brought elements of Atlanta to Chicago. Because ours was at the United Center, and then he had like the strippers come out, the strip pole, and then he was like, "Okay, I'm bringing Atlanta down to Chicago." We were like, "Okay," and then the girls came out, did their thing. The night that I went, Usher had no guests; it was just him. So like, he came on stage about 9 o'clock. So like 2 hours that you were just kind of like pre-gaming because they had the DJ there, and I was like, "Oh, no opening act." I'm like, "He don't need Usher. He don't need an opening act. Like it's Usher. He doesn't need it."
Usher,
And
baby.
here's how much that he covered. He covered. He did like over 2 hours. He did like 2 hours and 10 minutes maybe. And Usher still could have done another easily 45 minutes
Bill
easily.
left a lot of stuff
He
on the
left a lot on the table because Marcus and I, we were coming back. We were like, Dad, we went for our anniversary. We were like, Dad, he didn't even touch this. Like, damn, he could have went another
Usher.
45 minutes.
Usher been out
Damn.
30 years. People forget he came out 94.
All the
All the
time
times
I
I
think
think
of
of
you.
you. Y'all, yeah, y'all know us. That's 30-year career right there.
When he went to that, he was like, "Where my OGs at?" I was like, "Right here." All the
Y'all
time I
remember,
think
yeah.
of you,
I
OGs.
remember the first album, yeah. A
So
lot of people
maybe
don't. Like a lot of
we
people think of My
can.
Way as the first one. No, he had a whole album before My Way.
All the time I think of you was his first album.
Yeah, he had a whole album that before My Way.
Yeah, when he went to that My Way, when he went to 8701, like Usher
Confessions is
Confessions,
like,
like
yeah, that's
woo,
3 certified bangers in a row right there. Yeah.
woo, he was killing that. He was killing that. But
Depending on your
Usher,
flavor, like you, all of them, like yeah, because of course, yeah, the Nice and Slow, you can't go wrong with that from My Way.
that's a
They
millennial
call
anthem.
me
I call it the
US
millennium anthem.
HERRAYMOND. Remember, tell me what you want to do. Me got a nigga feeling like Jodeci. Every time that you roll, be holding behind the control of me, high school. You know, the blood go, the blood flow. There's how
That's how
to
the hook go. Come on.
come on, man. Come on, god damn it. Let's go, man.
I figure right, I will. I figure right, I will.
And then 8701, you don't have to call. It's okay, girl. Cause I'm gonna be all right
Let
tonight.
it burn.
Yep. They had some bangers too on that one too.
You remind me of a girl that I once knew.
Then Confessions, man. Come on, come on, I gotta go. What y'all know about a supermodel? Out of hair magazines.
We was hearing some of them, man.
Body,
Oh,
Come
Of
on,
course,
man.
the challenger no one could do the superstar. He did
Ah,
that.
and not only but yeah, yeah. So
He
they
closed
just
with yeah. He
just
closed
come
with.
and get me. Well, that's where I first saw Melissa Ford. It was in the yeah video. I'm like,
And you
hey, I
said
was like,
yeah
I
when
was
you
like,
saw her.
who's the girl? That's all I was like, who's the? She said, baby, come and get me. I was like, who's the
She
girl?
was
It's like,
like,
yeah. That was when I first saw Melissa Ford. I was like, who's the girl? Oh shit.
but yeah, Usher closed with yeah, and he did the skate thing. So Usher came out, did his skate stuff. He was out on them skates and he was hitting them skates, looking as cool as ever. Yeah,
Caught up
Usher,
was
he killed
caught up
it.
was Confessions too, right? Caught up. That was Confessions.
Yeah, got you feeling caught up. Joy Bryant was in that video. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a banger as well too. Usher had 3 certified bangers in a row, so yeah, and he still left shit on the table, like you
Yeah,
said.
he did. Like I said, he could have easily did another 45 minutes. Like that was like one of the best concerts I've attended. Like I said, he gave over 2 hours of performing, like just the theatrics, like his dancers were on point. He had his skaters. Usher took care of the voice. I know some of you guys have seen the viral stuff where like he was giving out cherries, so he was like,
We saw the
so he's like
cherry
letting,
video. We saw that shit. We
he was
all
doing the
saw the cherry.
cherries,
We all
yeah.
saw the cherry video and shit.
I wasn't in the
We didn't get
I
no
wasn't
cherries and shit.
I was like just a little bit up from the cherry section.
Oh,
Like
you
he
didn't
was
get
like
no
right here.
cherries though and shit.
I
Okay.
was just because the pit was right here. Like I was in the 100 right here, like just above the pit section. So we were like just
Yeah,
above.
you didn't
But
lean
Marcus was
in. Yeah,
looking.
you ain't leaning in for no cherries. And
And Marcus was like, Dag. Marcus was like, because he was like, he had bought our tickets already, but then he saw that the tickets that were down with the pit area, he was like, once they came in, he was like, they were about the same price as what he paid for like the ones that we were at.
Yeah,
He
we
was
should
like,
have
man,
got
he
the
said, we should
cherry
have been
ticket.
down there.
Marcus
But now,
wanted it, so Marcus wanted him to feed you cherries. Then that's what he was saying.
no, no, but he asked people. The usher was very respectful. He did ask people when he saw people. He was like, "You guys okay?" And then he obviously saw like a woman with her husband or with her man, whatever. Before he even started, he asked. He was like, "Okay, how
He
many
said, "Hey,
people?"
is that your man?" She was like, "We're married." Just in case, you now
Usher did
know
ask
that
though. So
he seems.
he said, "As anybody like, are you together? Is your spouse, is your mate here?" He did ask people, "Is your mate here?"
And
Before we start this segment, is your person
after
here?
one of Usher's backup singers said, "Baby,
Is your
come
person here?
back to me," he said, "Mr. J.T. Matthews." He does a little pose. He high fives Duck.
But nobody got too disrespectful with their cherries or whatever. Like I said, we saw the
Not at
mark.
your show.
Not at my show.
We
Not at
saw
my show.
online. Not at your show.
Not at my show. I said, at my show, everything was cool at my show. Like we had no incidences. I think like maybe the next night, I think that somebody got into a fight in the 300 level at the Tuesday Chicago show, I think,
Oh,
because
so
somebody
they
posted a
don't get
video.
cherries up there. That's why. Yeah. It's like we want
People was
cherries.
like, you pay like you, but they were in the 300,
Y'all in
but
the
it was way.
non-cherry section too. Y'all in the non-cherry section. Y'all don't get
Like so
cherries.
maybe they was just mad about that I
Back
didn't.
there, so some broad that wanted cherries. That's all that was. We all know what time it was.
And then I know on the Halloween night, Ron Isley was his guest there. Ron Isley was there.
Hey.
I was like, because a part of me was like, man, I was like, I wish I could say Ron, but I was like, Usher didn't need nobody. Well, I
I've
went
seen
because
the
I went the
Isley
first
brothers.
night.
Oh one,
Yeah.
I think. Like when Contagious and all of that. I saw Ron and Ernie. That I saw them do a show during that time, and they
Because
did.
Ron was definitely there on Halloween. He was there on the
Yeah,
31st.
so I have seen Ron.
But
Let's talk about so we talking about legends. Let's talk about the 2024 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class. Like, woo, what a legendary class! It's like that was announced around this time too, like around like February of 24.
mhm.
Mary J. Blige. I'm just gonna read the names we care about. It's like, yeah, Mary J. Blige. Cher was in this class.
Do you
Kool in the
ready
Gang was in this class.
too hot?
My
Too
namesake Ozzy Osbourne, he made it in.
I don't know any of
Suzanne
those songs.
DePass, like a lot of people don't know, like she was like, well, I'm affiliated with
Oh yeah, yeah,
Motown.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. She
she's
was
the
the
one
one
who
that Vanessa Williams portrayed in the Jackson American
she's
Dream.
an executive producer of both the Jackson American Dream and the Temptations. She
Hmm.
produced those. So like that's
So she
Suzanne.
gave us Otis and Little Mike.
Yeah, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. She's responsible for that.
She
Yeah.
gave us Otis.
Yeah, she's responsible for that. Dionne Warwick, the legendary Norman Whitfield. For a lot of people, like Mel Jackson played Norman Whitfield in the Temptations movie. By the way,
Hmm.
he did like their later stuff, like the psychedelic Shack and
Yeah.
Cloud Nine and can't get next to you, but he did like Papa was
Hmm.
Rolling Stone. Like he wrote all of that era Temptation stuff. Like some of that later stuff in the 70s. That's Norman Whitfield. He also did one of our most favorite soundtracks of all
He do
time.
car wash.
I was about to say he did.
But said, did he do car wash?
That's Norman Whitfield, yeah.
Okay.
Produced after he left Motown, he did his own thing, and Car Wash is probably the most
And
famous
boy,
thing
did
he
he
did
do it.
after
Boy,
he
did
left
he do his
Motown.
own
Yeah.
thing.
And of course, my favorite and induction for the 2024 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2024, A Tribe
He won an
Called
award
Quest.
tour. They was on an award tour.
Q-Tip, Fife Dog, Ali Shaheed Muhammad, and surprisingly, they put Jerobi in. I'm like, yeah, he was there in the beginning. Right. Left My Wallet in El Segundo. He was there in that era. he was part of the early Tribe.
Oh,
Yeah.
they should just play when the Tribe.
Can I kick it? He was there during all of that.
They should just play the award tour as soon as they came out.
Boom, boom, boom.
Because that song perfectly encompasses what they were going for, their award tour.
The late Fife Dog, I should say, too, who we lost. Yeah. Lost around my birthday, too. Like, I'll never forget that. I think he died on my birthday. Yeah. So it's all perfect. One of Tribe's biggest fans ever. Met the homies at the Rock the Bell show, like, 08. I got to meet the Fife and Ali. I got to meet the that was like a career highlight.
Force Me and Tribe.
So we lost
Hughes class.
So Hughes Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Now we're seeing people like that we grew up like listening to, like our era of music.
Especially I was definitely surprised that Kool and the Gang was not already.
What? That was shocking.
They've been out like 60 years. They started like in the early 70s. It's like
too hot. It's like
Summer Madness. Like, yeah, come on.
I remember mom and dad playing records, like not cassettes, records.
Jungle Boogie is like they got so many hits, man. Yeah, Ladies Night is like they got so many hits. It's like Joanna is like Celebration is like they got so many fucking hits. Kool and the Gang.
How did
how they not in already? Like,
it's like they came at the same time as the person that was in their video of the remake. Mary J was in the Ladies Night video. Yeah. They got at the same time with her.
They got inducted together like Mary and Kool and the Gang are the same.
Mary was like in the video with no shoes on, killing it.
Yep. Booty shaking with the glass in the left one there. Like, rest in peace, Lisa Lopez. She was in that video.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kool and the Gang. I think what's the name? Kool is the last original member still around. Like at least he got in. Like Robert Kool, bass player. Yeah, it was like the leader, the band leader, and the bass player. Yeah, so I'm glad he got his flowers while he's here. At least. Yeah.
Why he could still smell them. Yeah.
Robert still. Yeah, Kool Bell is the last one from the original Kool and the Gang that's still around. Wow. What we going next? Yeah.
March.
We're still in February, actually.
It's still in February.
Well, let's talk about this stupid election that went down this year. 2024 presidential election. I'm in the primaries right now. Nikki Haley stayed in way longer than she should have. A lot of people, like, because Trump was like dusting like all of them like early on. Well, like they kept dropping out. Like DeSantis was like, "Hey, you got it." Chris Christie, Vivek Ramaswamy, like all of them were like, "Hey, you got it, homie." Tim Scott, but she stayed in way longer than she needed to. So she's still in, like the end of February, she still was holding on. So yeah. You remember this series, the Who the F Did I Marry TikTok series? You remember that one? Of course,
yeah.
Yeah, that was around this time too. Yeah.
I sat and I watched it because I had time. So I was like, I have time, so I just played it.
Yeah, there's a lot of whack shit that happened at the end of February. Well, I won't call it whack. I'll let the Beehive come out. I'll call it whack. Beyonce is the country card. I'm gonna call it whack. Yeah, Beyonce's country album came out during that time. We also had Tyler Perry's Mia
It's in
Culpa.
Texas. Whee!
Mia Culpa came out by Tyler Perry around that time too. So all the whack shit came
That
up.
movie was ass. I watched it. Well, the best part of the movie with the
I
Trevante
tried to
Rose,
watch it. I didn't make it though.
he was nice to look at. Trevante Rose was nice to look at. And then Kelly Rowland is just
Kelly was
gorgeous.
yeah. Kelly was.
She's gorgeous, but
I
and
tried to watch it. I didn't make it though. Didn't make it.
it was shot in Chicago. So the thing that I say is that I say it was beautifully shot because the aesthetics were nice of how it was shot, but that movie was ass. Like the first 5 minutes of the movie, I already want to come in the screen and punch the mother-in-law for the way she was talking to Kelly Rowland's character. I was like, how is she talking to her like this and you haven't gotten a chop to the throat? How has she not gotten a chop to the throat talking to her sideways like that?
Also,
It
now
was
we in March.
terrible.
We're in March finally. Now, I forgot that this happened. 2024 was the year of Diddy. Let's just call it that. It's like, yeah, because I forgot about this coming. We're like Diddy, like him and Meek Mill. They were like allegedly how were supposed to have been linked. Remember, like they said some video like leaked of like of Diddy giving Meek Mill a business or whatever. Like some audio. I mean, leaked of that. It's like it turned out the audio was fake, but still at the time, it's like
But then once you put it out there,
that Meek Mill was getting banged by Diddy like in the rear. It's like, once it's out there, it's out there. Also in March we had well, this was big, like, and it's still effective. It's still a big debate going on now. The Bears traded Justin Fields to the Steelers during that time. And now the debate is still going on because we're gonna get to who his replacement is. Like that's coming up, yeah. Which he's like the current starting quarterback for the Bears. Yeah. So Power Book 2 came to an end on Stars. That was a big for my Power fans.
everybody ruined telling plots to the story.
Oh yeah, y'all spoiled the shit out of
At
that.
at 1:15 a.m.
I had to watch it. I had to watch it before I wanted to. Like when I got off the air, I was like, "Let me watch this show while it's still some show to watch." Y'all already giving away like all the plots.
It just went on at midnight, and at 1:15 a.m. you're giving spoilers.
Yeah, R.I.P. such and such. Yeah, see, I'm still not spoiling. It's like after the fact, I'm still not spoiling.
Who does that?
Rest in peace to another OG legend, Oscar winner, Lou Gossett Jr. We lost.
When I saw that, I was like, oh.
Uncle Wilbur from Good Times. Also, Thelma's old fiance who's played the same.
Somehow with my age, but
he was 42. Like even though he was
somehow my age,
60 then, and like yeah.
Because now being that age, I'm confused. Like seeing that, like he was my age. Yikes.
Yeah. WrestleMania 40 for all my wrestling fans. Yeah, I definitely was all part of that. Cody Rhodes, baby. That was big.
Son of Dusty, the American Dream.
Yeah, son of the American Dream. I forgot for all my female hoops fans, like it was like Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, like that rivalry was kicked into the next gear. It started last year with that. It's like yeah, and it kicked into the next gear this year, like with both of them entering the WNBA draft.
And Caitlin going number one. Season.
Caitlin going number one overall, and then Angel ended up in Chicago. Yeah, that both happened.
That's a Sky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get to some Sky games this next year because now that Ari is starting to play basketball, she is. So it's like she's starting to understand the game now. You know, now she's actually played. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Take Ari to some WNBA games.
Yeah. Oh, the Dexter Reed shooting by the police. I forgot about that in Chicago. Yeah, like that West Side, yeah. They shot like 96 shots were fired.
Oh,
like,
yeah. I forgot about that.
The guy had a gun, but like the 96 shots, like that's
very excessive.
Debatable. Like, yeah, that's gonna be like, yeah, did they have to fire that many? But like I'll leave that up to the courts, like let them decide that. We lost OJ Simpson in April. Well, hello, Twitter world. Yeah, we lost him.
And that's the one that people talk about as like I saw when somebody did a post saying RIP, you know, for all of our ancestors, and then OJ was on and people were complaining about OJ being on, and I'm like, OJ is a legend. No matter how you try to slice
awards when they did the memory,
like choice of words, how you try to slice them. Sorry.
I think OJ might have been the first name they showed on there. I know he was on it when they did the BET awards in memory. And people criticize that, like, yeah, why they honoring him? It's like, well, he did die this year, so yeah.
And OJ is a legend. I said, sadly, I said, because after 1994, his image is always going to be tarnished. His legacy is forever tarnished after 1994. It is.
OJ's still on my Mount Rushmore running backs, even with everything, because I got Peyton, of course. Like, yeah, I'm biased. Peyton's the GOAT to me. Like, some people debate it, but it's not up for debate for me. Walter Payton. You got Jim Brown from my old heads. You got Barry Sanders. Shout out my Detroit Lions fans. I give credit where credit is due. Barry was a beast. And OJ, that's my some people might put Emmitt Smith up there, but I think OJ's better than him. Is like, yeah, like Cowboys fans might put Emmitt there, but that's my Mount Rushmore of running backs. Is Walter, Barry, Jim, and OJ. Like, that's it. Yeah. And Barry Sanders, the only one still alive out of those four. I just thought about that now.
OJ transcended race. Yeah. He did. Because OJ was everywhere. He was on Hertz commercials. He was in movies.
Once again, we mentioned Good Times. Like, that was JJ's guy. It was like OJ Simpson. Like, so back, he was like, yeah, like this, he was of that era. That was his guy. Yeah, that's all he talked about.
OJ was the guy. He was.
That's why when Thelma started dating Keith, like, he made an OJ reference on that episode. He's like, because like and this was on Keith Anderson, K.A. So like, yeah, he said, we got OJ Simpson, we call you Kool-Aid Anderson, K.A. Anderson. It's like so he's like, yeah, we'll make you the next OJ, like they tried to say Kool-Aid Anderson. It's like, JJ like Kool-Aid, his initials were K.A. So yeah, so we'll call you Kool-Aid Anderson. So like it's back in the 70s, OJ was that dude.
Yeah, it was 70s, 80s. Like I said, after 94, that's when things just And the fact that it was still like it's a NDA for like his last, like his family was in the room, and it's like they have NDAs about his last words or whatever. So it's still kind of like
like even in death, it was shrouded in mystery.
He's still shrouded in mystery and death. So did he confess? Was that his final thing that he did finally confess?
Or did he say his final words? I did it.
I did it.
What if that was his final words?
What if he said I did and just like that? Yeah.
What if that was his final words? I did it.
But we'll never know because NDA. So.
Yeah. We talking about the NBA returning to NBC? Like that was all over the news this year. NBA on NBC, yeah.
They need to bring the music back. So us 90s watchers can get excited.
and of course, like when the Diddy thing really kicked into full gear, we looking at May right now. When the Cassie Ventura video was leaked to the public, so that's when it really kicked into full gear. Because like Diddy had already been in the news like all throughout this year. It's like starting in late 2023, like when the Cassie story first leaked,
and then he paid her that money,
and then paid the money, and then released his statement like, yeah, it's a money grab and all of that shit. It's like, and until this video came up, then he released his apology after that.
He released it. I was fucked up.
Yeah, I was fucked up, man. Yeah.
I like the reaction videos of everybody, all the black people doing this. Doing that face. I was fucked up. I think somebody put the James Harden when he walked away and rolled his eyes. Somebody put that as a reaction.
The Swaggy
I know they put Omar Epps, but he was like, they put Omar Epps doing that.
Swaggy P.
Taraji when she they all with the
was Cat with the
I was fucked up. I was fucked up. I was fucked up.
Yeah. This controversial list came out at the end of May. Apple Music's top 100 albums, which we broke down live on the podcast. Somehow Frank Ocean is in the top 5 and shit.
Like I said, I don't even think Frank Ocean's mom has him in her top 5.
Frank Ocean was probably himself, so probably like, I'm a top 5 album. He probably because like up at the top, like I said, like, well, Miseducation, that was controversial, but like I'll allow it. Yeah, Michael Jackson, Thriller. Prince, Purple Rain, Beatles, Abbey Road, and then Frank Ocean. Like one of these albums is not like the others. That's all I'm saying. It's like one of these albums is not like the other.
It's like any top album. Purple Rain and Thriller needs to be at the top of anybody's list. That's just how I feel.
Purple Rain was 4 and Thriller was 2. with Abbey Road in the middle of those three. Yeah,
Like, how the hell was Thriller 2? Thriller
I
is like,
said that I Larry Bird and I was like, okay, who's coming in number two? And then when I saw Thriller, I was like, who's one there? And it's like they said the miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I'm like, I don't know about that.
because my
Dog.
thing would be who's coming in three. So Thriller, Purple Rain, and then who's coming in three? Like, basically,
Never
who's
meant to
after those
cause
two
you
albums?
when he sorrow.
Who's after those two albums?
Never meant to cause you when he pain. Come on. Trump's 34 convictions. Yeah, that happened. The Stormy Daniels shit. Like, yeah, the 34 convictions for the hush money. Ice Cube saying no Vaseline is the greatest diss record of all time. Which we're gonna get to we're gonna move into the diss. It was a big year for diss records too. Yeah, we getting there.
Which Cube might have a lick.
He said it. Yeah, I was on the Mount Rushmore. Here's my my Mount Rushmore is no Vaseline, Hit 'Em Up, Ether, and the one we getting to that we haven't mentioned yet. That's
because my thing is, I say about Ice Cube, it's like he took down an entire group alone. He took down an entire group by himself. That's some John McClane shit. He basically Die Hard that. Like, he took down the whole knockers, all the terrorists by himself. He took them down.
Too much cargo. Drop 4 niggas. Now I'm getting all the dough. Come on. He buried the niggas with attitudes. Who you fooling? Here's a personal one for the kid. The young man graduated kindergarten. Khalil's kindergarten graduation.
My baby.
That was special.
I saw him graduate with his little, his little outfit on, and oh, memories.
Yeah. Gabourey Sidibe, she gave birth to twins. Precious, for those that don't know, like she's an actress that happened.
She looks and Happy looks good on her because she looks like she's glowing and everything. Like she just looks so happy.
Here's a beef we forgot about: Benzino versus his own daughter, Coyle Ray. That happened this year. I forgot about that.
Why? Like, why was that a thing?
About to catch another flight. Apple bottom make you want to bite.
His daughter's already better than him musically.
Well, name your favorite Benzino song. Exactly. Exactly.
You see my face? Like, I got nothing.
Yeah. Hunter Biden gun conviction, which we're gonna see how how much time does he get for that? We're gonna talk about that too later. But that happened in June, the conviction, and then by the end of the year, we'll know how much jail time he's getting. We get in there. It's like Ray J on Club Shay Shay. I forgot his video went viral too, his interview, yeah. Where Ray J's Club Shay Shay interview. Rest in peace to the legend, the logo, Jerry West. We lost, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Summer Olympics happened this year. Another thing you forgot about, yeah. The niggas in Paris, yeah.
We know this.
Yeah.
The kangaroo stance from the break dancing from the awesome Reagan. Was that her name?
I don't remember. Yeah.
The awesome breaking skills from her.
All I know is when Flavor Flav was with the women's water polo. That's what was like, niggas in Paris for real. That's what I was like. Because Flav was one of the sponsors for that team. That's why he was like with them all the time.
Yeah, that's why he was there, because he said that women's sport. He said a lot of these ladies were having to work like jobs, and then he was like, I want to support.
Yeah. So
he put his money behind them to support their vision.
And the big homie Snoop Dogg became he was like the ambassador of
he was the ambassador, and he held that torch like a huge blunt, but who gave him a torch like a blunt? He was
hanging out with Simone Biles' family a lot. He was spent a lot of time with.
He looked and with Jordan Childs, he looked like their uncle, like the way that he was sitting with them and cheering them on. Like he looked
Jordan Childs too. Yeah, you spent time with her.
We at this point, he looked like he was actually part of Jordan's family. But at this point, Snoop is now her uncle. Now he's related to Jordan now at this point. And then the meme with Snoop, he puts his glass in his eyes, but he's looking like. The meme.
Jonathan Owens joining Chicago. I forget, yeah, Simone Biles' husband, as they so eloquently called him when he scored the touchdown.
And Simone
Touchdown by
Biles'
Simone
husband.
Biles'
Don't do that
husband
man
is
like
like
that. Don't do that man like that.
he recovered the fumble and scored a touchdown by Simone Biles' husband. Like, y'all just disrespected this
Disrespecting that
man.
man.
Cause like he had some controversy during the summer too, cause he skipped practice to like he wanted to go support his wife. Yeah, so like they let him out of practice to like go over
And
that.
the Bulls and the Bears, they said, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's
Olympics
like,
happens
and
every 2
cause
years.
this is probably her last games. Like she's retiring. Like she is getting older. So yeah. So he wanted to be there for like it's her last Olympics. Yeah. So they let him go. Yeah.
She says she's a grand because she says she's a
She's the
grandma now.
elder. She's the elder
She's the
now.
grandma on the team at 27. How does that make you feel? You're the grandma at 27. Yeah.
Some Chicago
He wants to
Bulls
go
news.
support his wife.
Yeah. Some Chicago Bulls news went down too. Alex Caruso getting traded for to OKC for Josh Giddey. DeMar DeRozan leaving in free agency for the Kings. It's like, so yeah, Bulls shook their team up.
I still feel like the Wolverine meme where I look at Alex Caruso and he's like rubbing, like he's rubbing the picture of the Wolverine meme. Like I want to rub the house.
Zealous, they drafted the Bulls used that pick to take him this year. Yeah.
I like the Rook. I think that he has some.
I think they should give him. He needs to give.
I think he has some good potential.
I think they need to like let him run with the ball. Like give him the key.
Because like I said, the game that I went to, yeah, I like what he has in his hair. I like his energy. I like his moxie. He definitely has. He's not shy. We put it like this. He ain't shy, and I like that.
Charles, Boston Celtics winning their 18th NBA championship. Like they won number 18. That happened this year over the Dallas Mavericks. Luka and Kyrie. Yeah, they beat them.
And that's been a brief time in Boston. Yeah. This year.
Are we getting there too? Yeah, we getting there. That's like later in the summer. We getting there.
Yeah, a little later in the summer.
We're late June going into July right now, so we getting there. Both Justin Timberlake and Travis Scott got arrested this year. I forgot about shit you forgot about. Yeah.
Justin didn't beat his feet. Remember that video where he was beat your feet and he did the hopscotch dance.
Okay, when everything changed right here, like I want to say this is around your birthday, so like going into June, going into July is we had the very first and last presidential debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. That changed everything about the election. Like everything from that point forward, like completely changed. That's where it started. Yeah, I forgot that happened like late June. Like I think it was around your birthday when that debate happened. Yeah. And like everything changed. People, okay, like Biden gotta go. Like that's the Dems decided that moment. It was that moment they knew they fucked up. Okay, he gotta go. It's like, yeah, that's what it changed.
He was incoherent.
He was rambling. Like even Trump had to say, like, I don't even know what he said. Like even Trump was like confused. Like shit, he was like he answered something. He's like, I don't even know what he just said. So like that was the moment when they knew that they had to replace his ass. It's like, so if we're gonna get to the replacement, it's coming. We're gonna have us some collard greens. We get into that replacement. Yeah. What else we got? Bronny James, yeah, he got drafted by the Lakers. Another 55th overall.
Which this is the most
controversial pick.
This is the most attention that 55th pick player has ever got in the history
NBA of history. Yeah, like that late in the draft. It's only 60 picks. It's only 2 rounds. Like the NBA draft is not like the NFL draft. Where you got
NFL draft goes on for like 2 weeks. It feels like they still drafting people.
2 rounds is like
round 12. Like what?
So yeah, it's like so like they use 55th out of 60 picks is like it's like I said usually you get that late is like most of the players are busts. Mm-hmm. You have your occasional Isaiah Thomas and like that, but like most players that deep in the draft are usually bust. Like Ayo Dosunmu is like like usually like most players that deep are bust. Like you have your exceptions, but most of them is deep are busts. So yeah. But somehow the Lakers like wasted valuable draft capital. Like, yeah.
Well, But that means that some teams passed on this player twice. They passed twice. So
Yeah, you get to the end of the second round, it's like, yeah, almost
most of the
every
teams
team that's
passed twice.
passed twice by then. It's
Most
like,
teams passed twice. So if these players were so good, then why did the other teams could have picked them too?
yeah.
I'm
And
just
you know you
saying.
can sign undrafted free agents as well too. Yeah. Ben Wallace, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Van Vliet, Scott
Fred Van
Williams,
Vliet.
the Bulls, yeah. Bulls signed him back in the day, yeah.
And then they were champs, Ben Wallace and Fred Van Vliet. They won rings.
And Scott Williams got
And Scott Williams, yeah, they won
won
rings.
three. Yeah. He came
He
in the
won
league. He
three.
got drafted. He got signed in 1990. So his first 3 years were like 3 titles in a row.
He got rings.
Yeah, he came in the league hot and shit. He got 3 rings like his first 3 years. Like, how has that ever been done? Like, he might, hey, well, your first 3 years are like championship years. Like, I don't know if that's ever been done. Yeah, like before Scott Williams, like that was like, so he came in hot and shit. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, you can sign undrafted free agent, undrafted rookies too. That happens. Yeah.
Yep.
What's his name? Um, I forgot his name. He played with the Nets. I can't think of his name, but it was whatever. But yeah, it happens. It's like, yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
players do get signed like undrafted. Yeah.
All right.
So
But
yeah.
we know why they were upset.
And we
He
know
only
the
got
Lakers,
because
it was a favor. He didn't want to do this face, say, okay, Brian wants to play with his son. It's
he
like,
only got drafted because of his father.
let's make it happen. Yeah.
Okay, water is also wet. Like when people say like they were like you just dropped this mic. Like, yeah, you dropped this major gem.
people
He only
really
got there
were
because of his dad.
people really were like acting like
Really?
dropping that shit.
You
Yeah.
don't say he got here because of his father. What about Belichick? What about his kids?
Hmm.
What about Jeannie Buss? Like, what about her?
Come on. Michael Reinsdorf is like, yeah, I'm sure he applied and got that job fair and square with the Bulls. I'm sure Jerry, like, I'm sure he had to like meet with have to submit his resume and then meet with the boss. I'm sure that happened.
Corey Spelling be on 90210. I'm sure that happened fair and square. Aaron Spelling, producer of the show. Sure that happened fair and square.
The Antis Kumpo brothers in Milwaukee. Yeah,
They suck
sure they got signed because of they're such good NBA players.
because of their skill set.
Sure, that's why the Bucks signed them and shit. Yeah. Oh, here's another one. July, Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F on Netflix. Yeah.
Axel F was actually good. It came out around 4th of July. It did.
Classic.
I liked how they put the modern twist on it.
Yeah.
And then it was good to see like the gang back together, like Billy and Taggart.
Yeah. Rest in peace. We get
Rest
into
in
that
peace.
as well too.
Who we lost. Yeah.
John Ashton there. Mhm. Here's a good one too. Like another turning point in the election, which to me was the turning point. Like the debate was a train wreck, but to me, mid July is like when Trump got shot in the ear. That's like what
Got shot.
yeah. And that's when I said it. I said Trump might have just won the election. I said it that day on this podcast.
Got shot.
I said it that day. Like Trump might have just won this election. Yeah.
It was fragments of glass. He didn't get shot. It was fragments that hit him.
Whatever it was, it changed the election. It's like,
right. And then him with the raising his fist with the bloody ear.
right. Yeah, like that was like and that picture will live in infamy, him with the blood on his face, raising the fist. That'll be like years from now. That's gonna be one of the pictures. Like the World War II photo with the American flag. You know, be one of them photos like years from now. Motherfuckers gonna post that shit. Like,
well, my favorite fist one.
oh yeah, the 68 Olympics. Yeah. 68 Olympics. Yeah, like that's one of the pictures.
That's my favorite fist.
We lost Richard Simmons in July.
He died, I think the day before or the day right after his birthday. I know he died right around his
Something
birthday.
like that, yeah.
Because he had his birthday. But they said the sad life about Richard, because if you notice, they say he basically became a recluse near the
He
end of his life.
disappeared like after the 90s. You really didn't see him. He kind
Like
of
they was like, you haven't been seen in public like in 10 years. Like the last time someone saw him in public was like maybe 10 years ago. Like so like
And the
early
last time he was
2000.
popping was like probably the late '90s. Like yeah, like
Mhm.
as the millennium turned, you really didn't see him that much anymore. Yeah, like
And then it was like the last time he was seen in public was like in the
yeah,
early 2010s.
yeah.
And they said he was kind of like a recluse kind of near the
Mm.
end. So it's just sad that, because he was a person who I felt like he always was just so happy and he gave so much joy to everybody. Like he was just a person who legitimately wanted to make people
Yeah.
happy, he
He
seemed
was a
like.
fat kid that had lost weight and he wanted to give back. That's what he was. Like
Hmm.
people don't realize that he was like the chubby kid. So then when he
Hmm.
got in
Who
shape,
was
he
bullied, and then
dedicated his
he
life to that. Yeah, like yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. He was a chubby kid that
Like he was always just so happy and just so upbeat. So,
yeah.
you know,
A Red Box went out of business this year. I forgot
no
about that
surprise.
because it's like I haven't been to a Red Box in
Who
10 years at least.
who's watching DVDs still, first of all? That's the first question. Who's
I'm sure
watching
some people were
DVD?
mad as hell at that Red Box shit. I'm pretty sure it was. Why not me? But like, sure, some people were like hell no. Here we got like here it is the moment like the late July is like President Joe Biden dropped out of the 2024 election. This is when it happened right here.
Dropped out however many months too late to me. He dropped out a
Yeah, like
year
I
too late.
imagine they Barack and them went and Barack and Clinton are at the White House like a la Chris Paul with DeAndre Jordan. They put the chair under the door. It's like, dude, you dropping out? It's like, because like he wasn't dropping even after the debate. He still wasn't dropping out. It's like we're gonna see it through to the end. I think they went there and said, dude, like you're done. It's like I think they showed up and Chris Paul them and shit like, yeah, put the chair
I
under
think
the door.
Barack had to let out some of that South Side.
You're done, Joe. Yeah, it's over. It's
I
over,
think
Joe.
Michelle was out there too because Michelle, she has
Michelle,
a
Michelle
strong
was
arm.
watching the door. Michelle was
Michelle is
watching.
swole, so it's like
Michelle was
she went
watching the
was like
door. There we go. She was standing. She was watching the door.
Michelle was like this.
Make sure none of his people came in. She was watching
She
the
let
door.
out her South Side, South Shore side.
But that's how I imagine it happened. Like, and then Kamala replaced him, of course. Irv Gotti, he had a sexual assault suit. Um, are we getting now? Where we going now?
We're into August now.
We get into August. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I missed anything at the end of July. Like, the colored sorority. I forgot colored versus college sorority when Kamala Harris. And you talking when the guy on Fox, Brian, they kill Mead, whatever his name is. He said, like, did he say colored or college sororities? That was big. Like when we talk about the
I'm
AKAs.
saying college is like you don't need to say it's redundant. You don't need to say college and sorority because we know colleges do sorority. It's kind of a redundant statement. Like just say a sorority.
Here's a highlight from my year right here, like personal highlight. When I appeared on I was part of ESPN's First Take that
Yeah.
first weekend in August. So there we go. That was a big one for me personally. With Stephen A. Smith in Chicago, yeah,
I was watching it.
yeah. And right before that, Donald Trump was at the National Association of Black Journalists, which is the same organization that hired me to do do the first take. Like Trump appeared for that, that was a whole shit show as well too. When he said Kamala turned Indian, that was hilarious. She was
Then she turned black, you
turned
said.
black. Yeah, she was Indian. She just turned black. Yeah,
How can someone turn black? Like
Indian,
that
turned
doesn't
black.
make any sense. How can someone turn
She was
black? That's why
Indian and she turned black. That's all.
how can anyone turn black? That's
um, well, yeah, Cardi B and Offset, yeah, like she was actually had a baby while divorcing Offset. They still in the news, yeah. By the way, they still in the freaking news, yeah. That happened this year. Oh, the kid hanging out in the vineyard. You want to talk a little bit about that?
yes. I went to Martha's Vineyard this year for the first time and had an amazing experience. If you want to see what Wakanda looks like in real life, it was Wakanda there. It felt like Wakanda. It was like a whole different experience. And I want to go back again because it was just nice to be in an environment where you see just Black excellence just thriving. Like you see Black wealth, you see excellence there, which is a really nice atmosphere. For people who don't know, that's where the Inkwell movie was based.
Okay.
That's where that movie, because they were And then I went to the Inkwell. They took me to the beach where like this is the Inkwell. I'm like, oh, okay. So I went to the Inkwell Beach. Um, Parts of Jaws was shot there. Like the bridge where like they were like, well, we need a bigger boat. That bridge.
The
Like I
bigger,
went over that bridge. I was like, oh shoot, like that's the Jaws bridge. Okay.
bridge, just the
So
bigger broke. Yeah, the bigger boat bridge.
so it was a very nice experience. Our connecting flights got missed, so then we had to overnight in Boston. We were trying to come back to Chicago. That's why I said I spent a brief time in Boston, and the airport was just covered in, the Celtics shit. And, Marcus and I, we're walking through in Chicago. We're like, nah,
Yeah.
shit. We were just like,
Because they the champs too, so like there's like this Celtic mania is going on now. They like
Like, we overnighted in Boston. We
they
were
had
like,
just won the title right before that, yeah. Because that
and
was
we had to
August
overnight there. We were like,
That was August. Won the title
like we're not gonna go explore the town. We're just gonna go straight to the hotel and just stay in the hotel and leave early the next morning. I didn't hang out in Boston. Like I'm not hanging out.
Big year for my fans of hip hop disc records. That was this year. Let's talk about it, a little bit, yeah. They not like us. Which is the number one song of 2020. That's the anthem for 2024 to me. It's like it was other big records like Travis Scott's Fiend was big. What's the one? $1 Million Baby that was big and shit. Yeah, it's like yeah.
Yeah, that's a TikTok song. Because I know that song is because of TikTok.
None of that shit was bigger than They Not Like Us. They
not like us. They not like us.
The Kendrick's is probably gonna perform that at the Super Bowl coming up, which is like crazy. A diss record at a Super Bowl, like how we get there.
Pedophile, lover boy, certified pedophile. That fucking up. When he said that part to me, that's why I was like, oh, okay, he's
trying
coming
to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor.
He said minor. I was like, okay, I'm done. I was like, I'm done. When he said A minor, I was like, the double entendre right there. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you did there, Mr. Lamar. I see what you did there.
Yeah, our guy was in the video, DeMar DeRozan. He's like, because DeRozan, when he came back home, it's like he did go to California.
Yeah.
Look, DeRozan, he mostly spent his career in Toronto, Drakestown. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah. DeRozan came back home too. Was like, he ain't want nothing to do with you. He came back home. So yeah, that was and it was a whole it started with when J. Cole, it wasn't even Kendrick and Drake. J. Cole started this, and then he like dipped out. The instigator completely dipped from the shit because he called them the big three, like like Ice Cube's basketball league, the big three. Mm-hmm. He said, "We're the big three of hip hop. Is me, Drake, and Kendrick." And so Kendrick fires back. Is like, "Ain't no big three. It's just Big Me." It's like, yeah, hey, I ain't with y'all. Like, yeah, it's just Big Me. Ain't no big three.
I'm here. Y'all are here.
I'm not. Y'all ain't on my level. So J. Cole originally had put a response to that, but immediately deleted it. So he punked out. It's like, so yeah, you can kind of take Jake. So all my J. Cole fans, yeah, he's like, he disqualified himself from being in the GOAT status with that because he punked out on the fucking challenge. He challenged and then he didn't take the challenge. It's like, so Cole, said, nope. I like Cole, but like, nah, he's not GOAT status. Like he automatically disqualified. But Drake was up to the challenge. He said, okay, yeah, challenge accepted. It's like, yeah. So they went a whole bunch of back and forths with like the They Not Like Us is being the one that stuck. It's like, yeah. And that's the one they're still playing to this day. It's like the Not Like Us. Biggest record of 24, in my opinion. Yeah.
And Drake can't go nowhere out hearing it.
Oh, yeah. It's a wrap. Yeah.
Sorry, Drake.
Scary moment that happened this year. We saw the death of Fat Man Scoop live on the internet.
That was so
dead live on the internet while in concert. Yeah.
And his last thing, he was like, "Make some noise." He was just doing his normal thing because they playing the bass drop.
And then just
it was just so shocking because he's make some noise.
Party people make some noise, and
then he just collapsed like 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
And you can see the people in the panic because they were like, they didn't know what had happened. Because it's like,
yeah, you imagine being at that show was like that would be traumatizing, especially if you were a fan of Fat Man Scoop. Like I said, and I had he was the overnight guy at Hot 97 once upon a time, and that's when I first interacted with him, like being the overnight guy in Chicago. So yeah, I reached out to like, yeah, what's up, Oz man? The Fat Man. Yeah, we would reach out to my fellow overnighters. Like he was one of them I reached out to when I first started doing overnights. reached out to the OG overnight guy. So yeah.
And bass drop is still our bass drop, bass drop, bass. Dun, 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 dun. That's still
Here's
our
an,
jam.
here's another personal one from us. Like they demolished the old the Tribune Publishing building. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna replace with the new Bally's
The New
permanent
Bally's.
casino. Cause they got the
The
Temp
Bally's,
Casino now in the old Medina Temple
yeah,
building.
it's just temporarily housed there, but
Yeah, but they building like a whole complex over where the old Tribune building
it
was.
looks nice over there because when we took the boat tour down the Chicago River, and then when the boat went right over there and it was showing us, because they said on the boat tour last year, they was like, yeah, this is the future home of
Valley, Chicago.
Bally's.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Irv Gotti suffered a stroke this year. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Judge Mathis's wife filed for divorce. They quietly reconciled that shit. It looks like it.
Yeah, he said, Jaheim, put that woman first. Like we said, ain't nothing out here. Like they've been married 39 years. Ain't nothing out here.
The new
Ain't nothing out here.
new
Get your spouse back.
Gary Coleman documentary on Peacock dropped this year.
That was good.
Yeah, that was really good.
And it just shows that Willie, what was his name? Willie,
Willie Coleman, yeah, he was acting.
yeah, he was a shit. He was a piece of shit.
Mm.
Making that boy work, and he's clearly ill.
Rich Homie Quan died this year. I forgot about that one. Yeah. Feel some type of way. Yeah, I forgot about Rich Homie Quan.
That was just so unexpected. And like I said, once again, stop bullying people, because people would come after his fiance and saying like, or his lady saying like, why did she like leave him on the couch? Like,
Yeah, because she left, like, she saw him laying on the couch, but like people lay on the couch all the time. She didn't know the man was dead. She thought he was just laying on the couch. When she came back and he hadn't moved, like later, she's like, oh, like something there. And then turned him over, he was like blue or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, he was turning blue, yeah, and was foaming, I think, at the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she just woke up a regular day taking the kids to school.
Yeah.
People were like bullying her, and like, stop bullying people online. Stop doing that.
Also, that happened in September. Shannon Sharp, that's my Michelle. Yeah. That's my Michelle.
Now, anybody's name that's Michelle makes me just feel real creepy.
I know. How many guys use that who like dating Michelle? Say, yeah, that's my Michelle.
Michelle. Which conveniently came out because it's like it's been rumors about Shannon Sharp's personal life.
Shay is really club gay. Like that's been because which like I'm a heterosexual male. I'm not like, and a lot of people have gay stylists. I get it. Like stylists, a lot of them are gay. Like I get, but he'd be like hanging out courtside at Lakers game with your gay stylist. Like who's doing where they do that at? I'm not hanging out, and I'm not going to an NBA game sitting courtside with a gay stylist. So the rumors have been like rampant because of shit like that. And then when he like the sassy photo of him walking in the liquor store, like with his purse on, he had the sassy walk. All of that happened, and then right after that video is when this that's my Michelle came out. Right after that sassy walking in the liquor store with his man purse video came out. The timing is very convenient. I'm just saying, it's like right after that.
That's my fellow Cancerian birthday twin. I can't completely throw him under the bus because he is my birthday twin.
Shit, yeah. Oh, Diddy finally got indicted in September. That's when like the shit finally hit the fan. Yeah, because like,
it was a September to remember.
Yeah, it was definitely
getting his ass thrown in jail.
Around that same time, rest in peace. We lost the legendary Mr. Tito Jackson. Yeah, yeah, that was like one of my favorite moments that happened. But I watched the Vince McMahon Netflix docuseries that dropped.
Still gotta finish it. I started. I gotta finish it.
That was huge. I watched it twice. That's how much I was into.
I'm gonna have some downtime coming up for the break, so
I watched it twice.
I got my downtime.
I called him V Diddy because like Vince got it. Like near the end of that series, there was some geeky shit that Vince McMahon was into. Like you get to like the end.
It looked weird as shit when I was watching. His face was pulled, and he just looked very weird.
He got the mustache and the black hair,
the handlebar mustache. He just looks like a villain. He does.
Oh, here's one I forgot about. Janet Jackson and Kamala Harris. That was big. Yeah,
that was dumb.
But yeah. which almost set Candace Owens on a fucking rabbit hole like spree. It's like that was the whole thing that happened this year.
That was dumb.
Chicago legend D Rose announced his retirement at the end of September. Yeah, like from the
No, so
NBA. Yeah,
sad.
because he had got cut from the Grizzlies, and then he
Grizzlies,
said,
yeah.
"Yeah, I'm done." It's like, which I knew the end was near because he hardly played with the Grizzlies. I was like, he's like he was an end of the bench guy. So I was like, Rose is. I was hoping the Bulls would like do the 1 day
The
contract
one
thing.
day, yeah, like how they did with Luol Deng.
Yeah, or like
Mhm.
Paul Pierce did with the Celtics is like,
Mhm.
yeah, just sign in 1 day so you can retire with the team that you're most known for that drafted you. Yeah, you
Mhm.
retire with them. Is like I was hoping that would happen. It didn't though. Yeah. More deaths, man. Yeah, we lost a 3 right here in October. The Dikembe Mutombo, we lost the legend there. Legendary baseball player Pete Rose, we lost during that time. And we lost before this, but they didn't announce to around this time was John Amos we talked about. He actually
Mhm.
had died like August or something like that, like way before this. Yeah. This was October when they announced
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
that was
Mm.
that was a sad loss because it's like the way that, especially like just the mystery still of how he died, you
Yeah.
know.
We still it's still questions, yeah. Still questions. Papa Eminem became a grandfather, like his
Oh yeah,
Haley.
his daughter announced that she was
Haley's all
pregnant.
grown up. Yeah, she announced her pregnancy. Yeah.
Oh, September also, Frankie Beverly.
Yeah. Did I get there yet? I might have, yeah, it might have been on the back. Yeah, thank you, Frankie Beverly. Yeah,
Yeah. So I was like, was that September, October when he died? I was like, I can't remember. And I was like, oh, it's September.
yeah.
Because I remember we went to the football classic for the in Chicago, and then they started playing Before I Let Go, and then Ariana texted me, and she was like, "Mommy, they're playing Frankie Beverly." Oh,
Okay, nice.
baby, okay, you know Frankie Beverly now.
Garth Brooks, he had a rape accusation. I forgot about that. This is tough right here, like October, like this is real tough right here. The lovely Tamika Nita we lost like that.
Bestie, so
So real tough.
October still it's a sucky month for me.
Yeah, because we
And
lost.
wedding
Yeah,
anniversary
our
is good.
dad,
I have a wedding anniversary.
because our dad we lost in October as well too.
Mhm.
So yeah,
So like really my best memory is like my wedding
yeah,
came out of October. But like now it's like, okay, October is a not a good month because
yeah.
like now losing my best friend. So
Mm.
let's find a
Sissy,
cure for breast cancer.
yeah,
Let's find a cure for it.
lost Sissy Houston also in October. The mother of Whitney,
Mm-hmm.
grandmother of Bobby Christina. So all three are together again. So, we
That's so
also Wanda Smith. We talked about but
mm-hmm.
the DJ that Cat Williams was sparring with in Atlanta. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, we lost her in October as well too. Um, Piers Morgan and Jaguar Wright when she appeared on the pier, which that's been stricken from the record. It's like it never happened. It's like they stricken that whole
So
interview.
who was your people that you guys didn't do any research before you just put her on? Like
Piers
you
Morgan,
did no research.
lets people talk. His show's called Unfiltered or whatever. So
But some people need a fan filter. Some
some
people
people
need
do
it.
kind of have to filter though.
Like,
Some
here's
people,
my thing. Like, some people are reality TV is not real. It's unscripted. It's just unscripted, but it's still
yeah,
unscripted and real reality is different. Like real reality is like World Star. When you see that, that's reality. World Star, unfiltered. Not the Kardashians. Like they're very much filtered, very much.
yeah. Big Meech got out. I forgot. Yeah, like he got Big Meech got released. Yeah.
Yep.
We also had Corey Holcomb on Cam Newton's podcast. That was interesting. That went viral. Jay Cutler got arrested. I forgot about that too. A lot of dumb shit happened this year. King Harris, yeah, like T.I.'s son, he got arrested. He had an arrest this year too. King Harris, he got arrested too this year. We've got him out of jail expeditiously though. Yeah, we got him out
And he
expeditiously.
became a father too, so
King, yeah,
maybe he'll grow up now. You got another life that you're responsible for. You gotta grow up.
Another sad one, the death of DJ Clark Kent, big
Hmm.
New York DJ and big time sneakerhead as well too. Like he was
Yeah.
big in sneaker culture. Yeah. Biggie and Diddy, but the notorious big one, like whether they not they stole Juicy. Probably I forgot about that. I talked about that. And we played this like some of the song is like it's definitely the Juicy Fruit from Entombed, which like people sample the same songs that
From the
happen
Mississippi down to the East Coast.
from Mississippi down the East Coast, and the dude even sounded kind of like Biggie too when he was rapping. So yeah. And we saw, remember Biggie didn't want to do that, portray it in Notorious. He didn't want to do
Yeah, he
that
thought it was
record.
corny.
Maybe that's why the real reason, like, no, I don't want to steal this dude's identity. But Diddy's like, nah, fuck that country ass bumpkin Mississippi nigga. Who's gonna know? It's not like it's gonna be an internet in the future that we're gonna be able to look back on. It's like, who's gonna know that we
That sounds
still?
like pitch meeting. Yeah, it sounds like that.
Because back then there was no internet. You could rip somebody off and like do it in a different city. Who's gonna know? It's like, yeah.
We saw Why Do Fools Fall in Love, how they did Little Richard. They stole from that man.
Yeah.
We saw it.
It's like that, yeah. Oh, Lil Durk, yikes, yikes. The whole Lil Durk, yeah, like, yeah, that
Yeah.
happened, yeah.
We'll see what
Mm.
future holds for him.
Yeah, Dirk still out there. Our Young Thug, huge plea deal that he took in the YSL trial. We ended up getting no jail time, basically. 20 years of probation, so you got to be on his best behavior for the next 20
That means you
years.
can't roll a stop sign.
Yeah.
That's what that
Otherwise,
means.
it's back to jail for you, homie. Like, yeah. So he better be a church boy for the next 20 years and shit, yeah, basically.
A long ass time.
We talked about breast cancer with your friend Shanice. Like, yeah, she had diagnosed with breast cancer, double mastectomy, yeah. So she talked about that, yeah.
Yeah.
About she lost her smile during that time, and that's what she's known for because she made "I Love Your Smile." She does have a very beautiful smile.
A beautiful
too,
smile.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I lost my smile when I got diagnosed. Yeah. Shout out to homie Flex. She said like he was her rock, basically. Yeah, like he got her through it.
I like them as a couple. Yeah. I do.
He got her through it. Yeah, he gave her encouragement, as you would say.
And he's so silly, so I know he was making her laugh when she needed to. He's so silly. He is.
Did a lot getting her through it. Yeah.
All you have to do is just put on the Michael Jackson outfit.
I'll just watch that.
All like, that go away. All your worries are going away.
Watch this. Put the movie on. Hey, babe.
That's Michael Jackson, and then we'll
feeling bad. Like at least you didn't have to do this. Like watch this. It's like this man.
That was real bad. Real bad. Michael Jackson. That's the real bad Michael Jackson bad that Kanye was talking about.
That's the real bad Michael Jackson right there all day. And of course, it happened November 5th. Yeah, you know we got to talk about it. Yeah. Donald J. Trump elected 47th president of the United States. It happened, yeah.
And he won the popular and the electoral vote, so he did win.
The popular vote. Republicans won the House and the Senate. And it's a Republican majority in the Supreme Court. So it's a Republican swept. It was one big year for the red team. It's like big year.
So what do you need to do? Vote. Like I said, in these upcoming elections, vote.
Especially your local elections with the homie Ryan Fest won the Chicago School Board in. That happened also during this time. Yeah. Mr. Shea Smith, Ryan Fest, yeah. He's on the 2025 school board. He'll be part of it, yeah.
Yep.
Quincy Jones, we lost during that time as well, too. Rest in peace, yeah.
These legends just passing.
It's a lot of legends lost. Inside the NBA is because like they headed to ESPN/ABC. People like keep Stephen A away from the show. It's like, I gotta agree on that one. I don't think he fits that show. It's like, welcome to Inside the NBA. Yeah, like just stay on First Take. Yeah, you don't need to be part of this show. I can see him wanting to be part of it because it is a hot show. They come into his network, so I can see him talking his way into it. But keep Ernie. Like we don't need Stephen A. But I
Yeah,
think
keep
Ernie is on
Ernie.
the TNT contract. I can see them replacing Ernie with
No, you
with.
can't replace Ernie. Is the balance that they need because
I can
Ernie
see them
keeps
trying to
them.
put Stephen A. Smith in place.
Ernie knows how to steer them when they start, especially when Shaq and Charles they go
Go back and
rogue a
forth
lot.
like Ernie like gets them back on
He
track. Yeah,
steers them back like, okay, guys.
yeah.
And Ernie wears the elbow tie, so you can't leave Ernie out.
Very interesting nominees for Trump's cabinet. Like that happened around this time too. Like Elon Musk probably be the most controversial name that was dropped in. Like that probably was the big one. Yeah. RFK was a big one as well too. Like Vivek Ramaswamy, but like probably really Elon Musk. That's the one that everybody was talking about. So
He's a very odd man. That's what I'll say about Elon Musk. He's very odd.
Juicy Smollett, his guilty conviction got
Juicy.
overturned. Yeah, because he is not suicidal. So yeah, like on a technicality, like they overturned his conviction. It's similar to like Cosby. Yeah, it's like because he had already accepted a plea deal with because Kim Fox is she stepped down, but like the person replaced her with was like on some bullshit, and Juicy had accepted that, but then a special prosecutor said, nah, he should have went to trial, but he had already like accepted a deal and like and basically like he paid his fine and like did his community service. So it's double jeopardy. You can't try him after you had to get him before that happened. You'd have to try him before any of that happened.
Yeah, let's not do this again. Leave him alone.
It's like so. Then he went to trial, got convicted. It's like, and they said, that conviction was illegal because she should have never been on trial. Not saying that he didn't fake that shit. He definitely did. It's like, but he had already like paid his fine and like did his community service. So like technically he served his time for that. Yeah. So him like going on trial was illegal. That's double jeopardy right there. You can't go on trial for some shit you already took a deal for. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
Lost some more legends around this time to November. Bob Love, Chicago Bulls legends. We lost Mr. 2-2 Chuck Woolery. We also lost but we lost those two, and like, no, we didn't lose this one, but your guy Dave Coulier battling cancer right now.
Yeah.
From Full House. Yeah. So yeah. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. We almost lost a legend in that because they really should have stopped that fight. Like real talk is like after the second round, like Tyson was finished. He's sucking for oxygen the whole time. It's like, yeah.
And Netflix buffered a lot.
Crash because of that fight. It's like, yeah.
Crash.
Yeah. Pamela Hayden retiring from your favorite show, The Simpsons. Yeah. Mr. Milhouse.
I didn't know we could do that. The memes that came. She's like 80 years old. Julie Kavner is like 80. Let that lady
now you can listen to her march. She sounds a little bit different. Yeah.
Her march has changed a lot.
Yeah.
It is. It has.
And need to like find another actress because like you can find somebody that can do that voice. Like they should be preemptive. Is like find somebody to back up so that if she retires or have bit dies, like you got somebody on deck. And need to find her replacement now. I think yeah. Like another legend, we lost James Earl Jones. Like he knew I'm 90. I'm 90 and he's like he retired. And it's like he said, like get another actor, like because it probably was hard for him to even do that Darth Vader voice anymore. For like he retired about 2 years ago. He's like, yeah, I'm done with Darth Vader. Like I'm 90. Let the young fellas have this. Is like he's like because so they need to plan for that shit. It's like. A couple more. We in the late November now, so we almost at the end. It's like Bears firing Eberflus, yeah, Coach Eberflus. After that shit show, would he let the clock run out and shit?
Yeah. By who? He was replaced by who? Justin Fields was replaced by who?
Oh, well, forgot. Thank you. I totally forgot the NFL draft. Yeah, Justin Fields replaced by Mr. Jalen Williams, who I got to see at the ESPN's First Take. Him and DJ Moore. They were both there. It's like So I forgot to mention that, but way back at the NFL draft in the spring, it's like like that was.
Eberflus, he just kept on. He fumbled so many times. He just like games that should have been won, like came down to one possession, came down. Like, okay, it's 30 seconds left in the game, and it's like, How did you lose? Like, what happened? He was terrible, though.
December, let's talk about Tiffany A. Henyard, who got outsmarted by Napoleon Harris. Like, they got her out of Thornton. They got her out of Thornton Township. The homie like tricked her. It's like, and he did. Like, yeah, people saying like he did her bogus, but who cares? She been on bogus.
I mean, people she do bogus.
He out grifted a grifter. It's like, yeah, like it was like the Simpsons when they tricked the Carnies.
Grifted you good.
He tricked the Carney. It's like, yeah, sure. What he did was questionable, but it worked though. He got rid of her. He did trick her, but like, guess what? I don't care.
That was her big. That was the real money. That position.
Yeah. So he took like her big money maker there. So she's probably gonna steal as much as she can before like she actually leaves. Like, I'm sure she's loading up on shit now. Like the guy on The Simpsons that started stealing the copper wire out of the wall. She's doing that. It's like, yeah, take this copper wire with me. Steal as much as you can on the way out. Hunter Biden getting pardoned by President Biden, like that happened, yeah, which we knew was going to happen. No surprise there. Nikki Giovanni, we lost just like recently. Jamie Foxx is on What Had Happened Was on Netflix, which just happened, yeah. The Remy Ma Papoose, Clarissa Shields, that shit show, yeah. That was this shit.
Yikes.
Jay-Z with Diddy, like accusing of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old whose story is not adding up. Is like, yeah, when they said a guy she said she met at the party wasn't even in New York when it happened. Her father don't remember dropping her off, and then like people like, well, that's not a bit, but like the drive back from their home to there is like drive from like Chicago to Champaign. You remember making a long ass drive like that?
It's like, it's like a 2-hour drive, yeah.
Yeah, so if I say I don't remember dropping at a party, it's like you remember making a drive like that. It's not like no short drive. You will remember the drive. It's like, yeah. Daniel Penny got not guilty, like of killing Jordan Neely, like all of that happened.
The CEO shooting, the killing.
Yeah, which we never even mentioned that. The United CEO.
Yeah,
but some people are celebrating for some reason. All of this shit.
Yeah, that was goofy. Like, why are we celebrating someone getting killed? That was goofy.
And what we just talked about recently in our last episode, E2 getting demolished, Chance the Rapper getting divorced, Travis Hunter, the shit show there with his fiance is like getting attacked online, cooking with Kaya, yeah, all of that. Cooking with Kaya. Like it's So that's what we got for 2024 in review. We covered pretty much all of it. We missed anything. It was a long ass year. I'm sorry. I'm not reading that shit again. It's like so there it is. Not another damn podcast. Another year done, kid. So you ready? You ready for 2025?
Nope.
I'm definitely ready.
I say I was supposed to do so many projects in my house that I just haven't done. That's why I say nope. Yeah. Well, but the other thing, there's always next year to get these projects done.
It's like the Cubs is always next year. There you go. Like,
no, I don't want to be 100 years to have my house together.
Let's be like like Cubs fans, yeah. Next year is our year, damn it. Yeah.
Next year is the year.
Definitely, we appreciate you supporting another damn podcast. 393, 2024 year-end review. You want to support us further, give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on your platforms, talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, your Amazon Alexa devices, and all of that. You can also follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X, Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well.
And you can check me out, MSIMA866 on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Also, SCRAGULIEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page and check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your blogs.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm gone.